What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Monday. Let's kick the week off right. I hope you will join me, Jeff and Sean, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. I am staring at the ocean right now in Cancun, Mexico. It's beautiful. Lovely shades of blue. Anyway, me, Jeff, and Sean will be back tonight. YouTube Live, also on Twitter.com. So check us out there live, 8 p.m. Eastern, and bring your score predictions for this week's Penn State game, and we'll talk about. We'll start off. We usually, start a little cold and warm up with into the Buckeye talk, but we'll start talking about nationally. The games that we saw on Saturday, and then get into the full preview for the Ohio State-Penn State game. Now, today, since we don't have a game to recap from this past weekend, we typically do offense, stats, and grades and go deep dive. And then tomorrow we typically do defense. But since we don't have a game to talk about from Saturday, we're going to do kind of almost a kind of midway point, a little after the midway point, on the Ohio State offense today, and then tomorrow we'll do defense. But I want to talk about where we stack up nationally. Where do the Buckeyes rank nationally in some of these important categories? So I'm going to throw a lot of numbers at you, so you might want to write them down or rewind it a few times. But these are things that I think are important. And again, we'll focus on the offense, and we'll talk about some stats and who's really getting it done here for the Buckeyes on offense. So, Buckeyes are 7-0, just finished the bye week. It's a perfect time to take a step back and look at where the Buckeyes rank. The defense gets all the love, it seems like, this year anyways, but you got the studs, Arvell Reese burst on the scene, Sonny Styles, of course, the athletic linebackers are getting a lot of love, the secondary with Caleb Downs leading the way, and the D-line has been a kind of a revelation in my opinion. But we're going to talk about this offense first. So overall picture, this offense isn't built for like style points this year. They're built to be efficient. I'm going to say that a lot, the word efficiency on this offense. Through 7 games, though, here's a bunch of numbers. So brace yourself. Are you sitting down? You might want a cup of coffee. Anyway, 23rd in scoring offense, 47th in total offense, 42nd passing offense, 63rd in rushing offense. But this is where the efficiency comes into play, is these stats right here. 12th in yards per pass attempt, almost 9 yards per attempt. Then 7th in the country in third down conversion percentage. We're over 50%. 23rd in yards per play. That's a big one. 18th in average time of possession. So we're possessing the ball, controlling the tempo, and being efficient when we have the ball in moving down the field. Now, this is where this has gotten a lot of talk over the last 2 seasons with Ryan Day changing from an up-tempo offense to more of a slower ball control, fewer snaps, fewer plays. So the Buckeyes are 123rd in plays per game. They're only putting up just over 60 plays per game. That's on purpose. That's not because we're being limited by the defenses. That's on purpose. Also, 136th in the country in seconds per play. The Buckeyes are not snapping the ball every 10 seconds. They're snapping the ball at 31 and a half seconds. So that play clock is winding down, getting close to under 10 before they snap the ball. So that's one of the slowest in the country, 136th. That's on purpose, right? We want to make sure we get in the proper play call. We got a young quarterback. He might take a little more time to process pre-snap, right? Look at the defense, listen to the call in your helmet, then assess the things when you get up to the line of scrimmage, get everybody lined up properly. So that all probably, along with Ryan Day's plan to snap the ball fewer times per game, that all plays into this entire plan. So now the stats I read off about total offense, passing offense, and rushing offense being kind of middle of the pack in the country. That I know they're not eye-popping numbers by the Ohio State standard, but the key is no turnovers in 4 of the last 5 games. That's another thing. Being efficient and just not putting the ball in harm's way, right? We haven't had a fumble for how long? Ryan Day's goal this year is balance, efficiency, and controlling the tempo, not racing out to who can get to 50 points first anymore. That's no longer the plan. It's changed over the last 3 years. So you got Julian Sayin versus the nation. Sayin's debut season has been historically efficient. His stats through 7 games, 78% completion rate. That's top 3 nationally. Almost 1,500 yards passing, 15 TDs, 3 picks, a passer rating of 185.7. That's top 5 in the country. He's doing it, also should be noted, without a consistent run game, right? When's the last time we rushed for over 100 yards as a team? The poise and pocket movement from Sayin have been elite for a second-year guy, a redshirt freshman, whatever you want to call him. He's not just a caretaker, game manager. He's a future Heisman candidate. And right now, last I saw, he was 3rd. That might have changed after this past Saturday, but I haven't checked yet. We'll probably talk about that tonight. Anyway, the running game. We got to talk about the running game. We're ranked 63rd nationally. It feels a lot worse. It feels like we're down in the bottom of the barrel in FBS football, but we're averaging 4.3 yards per carry. There's inconsistency, drive to drive. It seems like we can't get a running game established. Bo Jackson leads with 433 yards, 2 touchdowns, but still not a 100-yard rusher since week 3. It's week, 8, 9? We're going into week 9, I believe. So the short yardage efficiency is excellent. That's the bright side of the running game. The Buckeyes convert 74% of their 3rd and 2s or less. So 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, we're converting at 74%. That's getting it done up front. That's top 15 nationally. Now, where the running game lags is explosive plays. Only 4 runs of 20-plus yards all season. That's barely inside the top 100 nationally. So Ryan Day said last week the issues are mostly technique and focus. Guys are missing IDs and occasional breakdowns in leverage. So it's picking out the right guy you're supposed to block on this play and utilizing the proper technique, not lunging, reaching, getting bad footwork, things like that. So those are the techniques and the focus that are hurting the running game. I think you'll see more 11 personnel. I'm done with the 13 and 14 bullshit. Get that out of my face. So expect more 11 personnel with Bo Jackson and after this bye week. So going into Penn State, I expect more 11, maybe 12, and then you're going to see more Isaiah West rotating in and stealing some reps from Bo Jackson as well. But C.J. Donaldson is still going to get those short yardage reps, most likely. Wide receiver room. Could you say they're quietly killing it? Seems like their 5-star receivers aren't really quiet, but Jeremiah leads with 40 catches, just over 500 yards, 7 touchdowns. Has yet to drop a pass, so I'll take that. His consistency is similar to Marvin Harrison Jr.'s freshman year. Brandon Inniss continues to rise. He's getting more targets. That's a huge thing for me. Give me all the BI in my life. Carnell Tate, still a big play threat and can make those consistent first down grabs at the sideline. He does it all. The Buckeyes had 3 receivers averaging over 13 yards per catch. So they're spreading the ball around for far more than last year's, Jeremiah Smith was the main focus, and Emeka Egbuka, So now they're getting everybody else involved, not to mention the tight ends. So nationally, the Buckeyes are top 10 in completion percentage, but outside the top 40 in explosive pass rate. So it's efficient, methodical, not flashy for the most part. I mean, yeah, the occasional bomb to Carnell, yeah, that's beautiful. But for the most part, outside of the big plays, we're using Sayin's just surgical passing accuracy to dice up defenses. Next up, we got, I was going to pull up some grades. Let's go like this. PFF grades on the O-line. 1 second. Team. Pull up team reports. Blocking. Okay. So, yeah, we need to focus on this O-line blocking. Austin Sarabeld is your anchor up front at left tackle. Now, Josh Padilla is continuing to push Tegra at right guard. And Ryan Day talked about going into the back half of the season. We got, 5 more games? That the rotations could continue if these grades are trending in the same direction. So especially in short yardage. Now, looking at pass blocking, Phillip Daniels has been a bit of an issue. He's allowed 10 pressures. That leads the team. Tegra right behind him with 8. Phillip Daniels has allowed a sack. So Tegra has not allowed a sack, but these guys, their pass blocking grades are horrible. Daniels a 57. Tegra 58. That's why Padilla is going in there. But looking at the rest of the O-line, Sarabeld, just 6 pressures allowed. Hinsman 5. Luke Montgomery 4. So they're grading out just fine pass blocking. Sarabeld is 78. Hinsman an 81. That's amazing. And Montgomery is 74. And in the run blocking, same deal. That's where Daniels and Tegra, again, are the problem. These guys are in the yellow. 63 for Daniels, 59 for Tegra in run blocking. But Sarabeld is an 80. Hinsman, 72. Luke Montgomery, 72. Those guys are good, solid. That left side, along with the center, are controlling things. But don't try and go right is my advice, honestly. And to compare Padilla here, where is he at? He hasn't had as many snaps. Padilla, he has a total of 79 snaps, 44 run blocking, 35 pass blocking. He is graded out an 80 run blocking and a 73 pass blocking. That's amazing. No pressures allowed, nothing negative there. So I think Padilla's got to get more snaps there. So let's talk about some of the situational strengths of this offense. We touched on a few of them earlier in the efficiency. So the Buckeyes are 12th in yards per pass attempt, 8.9 yards per attempt. 7th in third down conversion percentage, just over 50%. 23rd in yards per play at 6.4 yards per play. 18th in average time of possession, about 32.5 minutes. 123rd in plays per game, that's at 62. 136 in seconds per play, 31.5. Red zone offense, 86% scoring, but only 61% are touchdowns. That's middle of the pack in the country. And then turnovers, 46 nationally. The turnover margin is plus 0.3. We don't take a lot of turnover, take the ball away a lot on defense. That's affecting that. So this team's identity, what is the identity? We've been asking for a while now. Efficiency. Again, I go back to it. The 6.4 yards per play. And you don't beat yourself. 22nd in the country in penalties per game. That's the good side, the lower side. Fewer penalties. So we're 22nd. That's a good thing. And then the situational downs, 7th in the country in third down conversions, just over 50% I talked about. Controlling that tempo, time of possession, plays per game, and then the seconds per play. Those are all the keys in Ryan Day and this offense, controlling the game and the tempo. So this isn't, to wrap it up, this isn't a team Buckeye offense. It doesn't have to be in order to win games. We got a defense that will suffocate any offense out there. But this offense is the most balanced and efficient unit we've seen under Ryan Day since like 2020. Sayin's elite, surgical, accurate. The run game, still a work in progress, but fixable with some of these personnel tweaks, I think, and technique being fixed. But if the offensive line levels up a little bit after this bye, we get some of the kinks ironed out, then this team has everything it needs to make another run at a national title. So tomorrow we'll talk defense, flip it over, and smack it up, flip it, rub it down. And just a spoiler alert, the stats are redonkulous. Is that a word? It is now. Anyways, hit like, subscribe, drop your grades in the comments, who you like, who needs work. All in all, I feel confident in this team. Just I'm not sure if we can get this running game going. We have to. We're going to run in some bad weather games, so we got to get that running game going. But let me know what you guys think. Hit me up, and hopefully we'll talk to you tonight, YouTube Live and Twitter Live. So we'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.